Okay, let's go on left box today. Different movements. Okay. So, a little bit. Not as much as the afternoon. Okay. Today working on really dink placement of the ball, not just dinking. Okay? So obviously to dink it, it's gonna be dinking it correctly, but it's also dinking it to different spots on command. Okay? So when you're dinking in this spot and people dink, I already see people just really focus only right there. Okay? Like it's like this is the only way they can dink. It's just cross, 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 right? Just because you're dinking cross into this box doesn't mean you have to be as predictable to just dinking here. Okay? Dinking in that box means the whole box. So be able to hit unattackable dinks here is the easiest, right? Because it's the farthest for them to reach in this zone, right? As you get closer into that box, their reach gets a little better, and then that's why they can kind of reach in with their out of the air, right? So a lot of times you do come here, right? Which is fine. But what if this person is getting these dinks back consistently, and then you're actually feeling more pressure to keep dinking there, right? Why would you keep dinking there? Right? Dink here, dink here. So they don't get into a comfortable movement, right? And that also is for you as well. Like if you are comfortable dinking, aren't you more confident if you're dinking in a comfortable spot? Like just mentally, right? So if your best dink is here and they keep on giving you a ball here, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm dinking really well, right? But what if they disrupt your rhythm and then you go run here, even though it's like not a really fast dink or hard dink, it's changing your mindset that you just hit 3 perfect, comfortable, confident dinks here, and now you have to do this, and even though it's a forehand dink, it could just disrupt the rhythm of your dinking, right? So whether you're the one doing that and changing, or whether you're the one receiving and they're changing you, you have to be able to do that within that sequence, right? So you don't get flustered by, oh shoot, I was expecting to be here, the last 3 balls came here, and then I missed it on that ball, right? So you don't want that miss, because that's the whole point of that. And that's the whole point of you not going here and then changing someone else's rhythm, right? So if you see someone else comfortably dinking here, why keep dinking there to them, right? So change it up, okay? So in this drill right here, I want you to dink 3 balls here, okay? 3 balls here, okay? Okay, within, yeah, try to be in a sequence. It's like if we were dinking together. So if we started a dink rally, you dink here, 2, 3, and then you dink here, 1, 2, 3, and then you go back out here to me, 1, 2, 3, okay? Now, in this one, you're gonna be the one moving me around, and then we'll do vice versa, where you're gonna be hitting a backhand dink or forehand dink and backhand, you know, so you can kind of see the sequences, okay? But I want you to be able to. Why is this important? Because you can control your dinks. If you can control your dinks wherever in this box, that means you're full control of your paddle face. And that builds confidence, right? If you can place the dink wherever you want, that makes you confident, and confidence makes you play better, right? Okay? All right, here we go. 3 dinks outside. Good. Okay, I'm getting cut. No, it's all right. Here we go. Good. No. Easy, right? So this is, you think that it's really easy to hit spots. It's not, right? So if you're able to, that builds confidence in yourself. So right now it's our drill session, our lesson, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So just really concentrate on your target. Your form looking good, right? We've already worked on a lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff is now progressing to the next spot where you're hitting the ball good now, but what are you doing with those things? Okay? So what are you doing with those things, right? We can hit these things all the time, but now if we have to move a little bit and change the direction, that's the add-on, okay? Here we go. Good. Okay, here we go. Again, feet first. Remember, always feet. Good. Feet, hit. Good. Feet, hit. Okay, middle dink. Good. Middle dink. Good. That one, so the middle dinks have to be more shallow than the ones here.
I have to hit it less.
Yes. Right? Obviously, it's just you have more kitchen to get that ball down here, right? You have more kitchen to get that ball down where you can't reach. But as you get closer, this is what I mean about the kitchen shrinks, because now that same ball that's landing here on those good ones, that same flight will land here. Boom. So when you go middle dink, it has to be less, right? So you're also learning how to control your touch in the middle of a dink pattern, which means your brain is constantly allowing your body to do that without pressuring yourself, right? That's what you want to do, not pressure yourself. When you pressure yourself, you tend to, not you, me, everybody else, we get choppy. And then that's what causes pop-ups, right? Yeah, if you're rushing, remember, you don't want to step and hit. Especially in dinking, because the ball's coming, it's not always coming as soft, because some people, like especially with the paddle and everything, the ball is very spinny now. So yes, you can kind of get yanked, but you should still be able to kind of get there and then control that speed, right? Because you're not hitting a hard shot. So you have that time to set up first, because you know you don't have to hit it hard. You just have to hit it over, okay? No, we're at 3 and then 3. It has to be in the total sequence. So, no. But I want you to go in the sequence of 3, and then I don't want you to start here. Yeah. Why I don't want you to just start here? Because you're just training your brain to just do this dink. I want you to kind of feel the rhythm of why you're gonna want to dink middle when you're in a dink rally. Okay. It's because you're recognized, right? You got to be able to not just start there, because if I just start you to do there, you're just gonna be like, well, you're gonna just program your body to do a short dink right here. Okay? So every time we mess up on this middle or wherever, we start over. Okay? Outside first, okay, here we go. Outside. Outside, adjust, good. Side, okay, where do you go now? Middle, good, it's all right. Okay, start over. There we go. Nope. Here first, come on. Really train your control of your dinks. Good, 2. But remember, here you have more room, right? Your 2 dinks were fine. You don't have to go all the way over. This is where this area would be the conscious keeping it short. This way you have room to be a little bit more aggressive with the spin and the dinks, because you have more time for it to drop. So when you're dinking cross court, you should have a little bit more aggressive spin, okay? But not like hitting it, but just more spin. If I were to go here, I have less spin. So watch the difference. I'm just gonna hit 1 dink each. Just dink here, and I'll show you what I mean. When I dink there, I'm a little bit more aggressive with my spin, and when I dink here, I'm a little bit softer. Okay, watch this. Okay, I'll dink outside. See, I'm more aggressive with that spin. Okay, and then if I go middle, watch how I kind of slow down. But say if I make it, see the difference? So I'm not as spin, but I don't have enough time for it to bounce. If I hit the same shot here, that's gonna be crushed. So I'm still spinning, but I'm lighter, right? Okay, so that's how you gotta think. Okay, all right, here we go. Start over. Good. Good. Okay, change it. Middle. Good. Middle. Good. Outside again. No, start over. Outside.
I know, it was. It was.
You review the video. Where was this dink is not here. That would be a middle dink that went too long.
Oh, because it was too short.
Yes. Okay. Start over, 3 here again, start. So if we can get the sequence right, it should look 3, 3, 3, 3. And see how long, the longer you go, that means the longer control you have in your dinks,
Oh, okay.
right? That's why we start over, so we can refocus. Here we go. Good. One more. I'll let down middle now. Stay too hard, right? So every time you go middle, right, the stroke changes a little bit than your previous 3. So just because you go middle, you can't be like, I'm going 3 here and then just go like that, because your speed is the same, okay? You have to consciously know that you have to go shorter, so it should be popping up more and then going down. Not as linear as you do on these dinks, okay? So when the dinks come here, it should be more, really, like more under. There you can be more linear, okay? So when you go shorter dinks, it's a little bit pop and then down, okay? There we go. 3 dinks outside, good, perfect. Outside, one more outside, okay, good. Middle, good. Middle, good. Middle, good. Outside, nice, perfect. Good. Good, middle. Go, very good. Middle, good. Outside. Okay, watch that height of those things. Perfect, way to adjust. Middle, soft, good. Soft, good. Yeah, well what happens when you do it in the game? It's because you're confident in doing it, right? Because you have to be confident to do it in the game. What you do in the game is shots that you trust, right? When pressure happens, when something comes, you just fall back on what you're known to do, right? So yes, if you're not used to doing it, or you've done it in a couple times in the game and it pops and it forces someone to get bagged or you're out, you're not going to want to do it, and that's understandable. But to do it, you have to keep on doing it over and over to build your confidence, and then trickle it into your games. I'm not saying every time you should be doing this, but see if you can fit a couple shots in. See, like, oh, if you can come back next week and be like, oh, I had a dink session where I actually moved them around, like, you know what I mean? And then it popped up and I got a ball or my partner got a ball because I moved it around. Like, those are kind of things is what we call like dinking with a purpose. We're not just dinking, we're dinking to create something. So after you learn the whole technical part of the whole physical part of it, now beyond that is, what are you doing with that, right?
Well, okay, the only reason I've never thought of dinking in the middle is because it's always that person's forehand.
Yeah.
So just slam it.
Yeah, because it's out of the air. Yeah, I know. But if it's not out of the air, they're taking it from here. And if I flick it at one of you and you guys should be ready, it's coming up high, which means you should do that. So they probably won't speed it up because of that reason. But yeah, if you dink it too far here, yeah, I'm gonna take it out of the air and I'm gonna flick it. That's why I said the dink in the middle has to be short. That's why also when you get spread out here, dinking in the middle, if you learn this dink and how to control these short dinks, it's gonna help you when you get spread out on the court, because you'll know how to just kind of short dink here and then get back, right? So you're gonna learn, and if you keep it short there, it's just like a regular dink. I don't care if someone's taking a forehand off the ground. Yes, out of the air, you don't want that, right? And that's anything. You don't want them to take it out of the air here either, right? So if the dink is too hard here on this side, it's the same thing. So whether you're dinking in the kitchen, it's always keep that ball to be bouncing, or have them catching the ball down here where it's below the tape. That's not attackable unless they're rolling it, but you should be able to see that coming up at you, okay? So that's the difference, okay? So control the dinks is very important. Muscle memory, here we go. Outside into your spot. Hit your spots, hit your spots. Good. Hit your spot. Hit your spot. Good. Middle. See, that would be a forehand here, right? So remember, these middle dinks, yes, that's what's gonna be really critical, is keeping that face a little bit more open so the ball doesn't go as straight. Okay? So when I'm going here, I can push it a little bit more, right? Okay? But when I go here, I have to come under it more. So the ball doesn't go straight there where their forehand is. Okay? Good. Again. Left. Ooh, that was in. Good. Perfect dink. Again. No. So you got one more dink to correct. And in these 3 dinks, also why I'm doing 3 is I want you to correct the dinks that you made previous. So if you have a dink that was a little too high, I took it out of the air, which is fine. See the correction of the next one, and then you hit a good one, right? So you want to be able to, within that sequence, to be able to adjust your dinks on the fly, right? Not just like my first dink. While I'm dinking, I'm still very active of making sure I can kind of audible whatever dink I have on the run, okay? It's too far. It's too far, but it depends on where I'm taking it out of the air. Okay? Just because I'm taking it out of the air here doesn't mean it's a bad dink. It just means, yes, I'm taking it out, and if eventually if you slip up and it comes a little bit more, I'm gonna flick. So that's why when I tell people when they're in their dinking and they get into that, when people start reaching out and taking your dinks out of the air, whether they're attacking or not, you should be looking for an attack. Because once they start doing that, they're looking to flick, right? Go, slice, good. More over here, this spot first. Good. Good adjustment, good adjustment, good.
I thought I did 3.
You did, yeah, but look how far out middle dink. Where's the middle dink supposed to be? Here, okay?
Right here, but closer to this person because it's going to be the person's backhand.
Just, it doesn't matter whether the person's backhand is here or forehand. If you dink here, the forehand or backhand doesn't matter. Yes. Just around this area. You want your middle dink to bounce here. So if you were to hit this ball and your target's here, why would a ball be over here?
But I want it to go over rather than go into the net trying to hit it short.
Yes, but that's in the game. That's your comfortable thing. That's what you do when you're like, oh, I don't want to make a net point, and I don't trust this swing. I don't want to be too loose to hit into the net. I get that. But now in this is where you build your confidence. This is where you have to try that shot. Even if you hit this soft shot 10 times in the net, I'd rather you do that.
Oh, okay.
Because, right, you can build off of that.
Okay.
Right? You had to make the mistakes here. This is where it should be. Okay? Because if you had hit that 10 times here, you don't lose 10 points. There's no pressure. So this is where you learn the mechanics to go there and do in the game comfortably. Okay? So this is where we lock it down. Okay, here we go. Good. Outside 2, good. Good. Okay, where do you go now? Very good. Again. Good. Again. And that's what will happen, right? So you gotta be ready for that. So just because it's good, but any speed up off the ground is way better than the speed up here, right? Do you agree?
Yeah, because they'll probably put it in the net.
Into the net, but if they don't and you expect them to get it over, at least the difference is, okay, here, block this. Okay, so you dinked here, I do this. Okay? I'm going low to high to you, right? So if I don't go into the net, where does that ball, what's the trajectory of that ball going? And that's why you're what? Punching it down at me. Okay? But what if you give me a ball right here? Yeah, because I'm above the net. I'm taping above the net, so I'm hitting down. Right? But if I'm taking the ball off the bounce, I'm hitting it from here. So it's easier for you to read the speed ups and able to defend them when they're speeding up off the ground than when you're popping up a ball and they're hitting down at you. Okay? So that's the importance of keeping it shallow and not being afraid of, okay, well, even if it's here and they try to flick it at me, what do I do? Well, you should be ready to kind of punch back down. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's go. Hit your target. Perfect. Hit your target. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, those were the best 2 perfect dinks you hit.
Oh, really?
And why do I say that?
Because they're shallow.
Look at this. I can't do anything. Okay? So that quality of dink right there goes a long way. And you had spin on it, right? So you hit 2 perfect dinks with trajectory, location, and spin.
You didn't hit it that hard, that's probably why.
When you hit it hard, what?
You didn't hit it that hard, so I was able to.
I'm dink. What do you mean hard? This is what I would do in a regular game. Here, dink to me. This is, no, don't give me that. Dink into your corner, how you doing? Good? Okay, one more. Right, go. This is my dink in a regular game right here. If you can do this, yes. See? I'm not dinking anything different. You got 3 really good dinks there. But see,
That's your regular dink.
yeah. But see, when I got into a rhythm, that's why, and you're kind of like just getting it over at a time, that's where the changing the directions will get you out of the funk of now you're just getting the ball back and you lost the kind of control of the dink pattern. You would make me go here so I'm not sitting there just carving dinks at you, right? Like I was very comfortable in every dink you did here because like I know I can go there and I can put spin, so I'm okay with that. You go here, it breaks up my slice, right? Okay? All right, again, here we go. 3, good. 3, good. Nice. Okay, middle. Good. Good. Okay. Good, come on, hit your targets. Good. Good. I like it though. I don't mind that. Nope, I do not mind, and you shouldn't mind either right now. Just adjust. Okay, it's out of the air. Good adjustment. Good. Okay, you gotta be ready. Up. Okay, again.
It's my shirt. It's my shirt.
Good. Perfect dink. Very good. Again. Good. Good. Very good. Good. Back outside. Back outside. Good. Nice. Middle. Good. Middle. Middle. Good. See the difference? Do you see it? But also, do you see the difference in your dink pattern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do, but I keep looking at my nice dinks.
No, it's fine. It's okay. But you have, yeah, but the quality of dinks is so much better.
It is.
Do you see that?
It is.
Okay. I want you to, not to.
Do the forehand too?
Yeah, well, if you can, yeah. Yeah.
The 3 and then
Yeah. Because are you more comfortable dinking that way or with your forehand?
this way.
What? Which way?
Back.
Yeah, your slice is very money.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. One thing, too, is that not only do you want,
I have to worry about brushing.
yeah, you have to think a little bit more because it's not as natural. It's not you have to worry about brushing. It's just something that's not as natural to doing than a slice, which is that's okay, right? Because that's why you're working on it. But the other thing too, just like how we work on things, and build that, the most things that will help learning it is just you have to accept the good that you're doing. So then you get confident, right? You're hitting great shots. You're always surprised. Every time I say you hit a great shot, you're like, really? Like me? Like you're always surprised about me saying that's a good shot. You have to be able to accept that, right? Just as much as you accept constructive criticism when I tell you, hey, not there, let's do this. You do it really well, right? So also times when I'm telling you hit a good shot, you have to soak that in too. Because that's the confidence level goes up when you start self-believing in yourself, okay? So when you hit a good shot, put that in your good memory bank. So you have, that's the memory bank you go to in games, in pressure. You want to go to your good memory bank, right? You're gonna make mistakes, go to your good memory bank. I hit that shot. I did it last week, Wednesday, like 1,000 times. So then you can reset your positive, you know, right? So everyone's gonna make mistakes. So we have to be able to learn from them and be good, confident. All right, here we go. Okay, hit your spot. Good. Hit your spot. Good. Middle. Not now, yep. Good. It's okay. Get it lower, adjust. I mean, in a game, yes, I probably speed that up. Why do I speed that up?
Right, it was high.
It was high, it landed soft, right? So I'm gonna speed that up. But if you're sitting on the counter, you should be fine because why again? It's coming from a low spot to you. So you can kind of read it a lot better than if you popped it high here. That's a different story than you popping the dink and it kind of is dead. Yes, it was dead, but even if I would have sped that up, at least you can see it coming from a trajectory where if you're kind of ready, you're going down at it. Okay, so yes, would that have been the best dink there? No, but it wasn't the worst dink. Okay.
But if you would have, I would have gone like this or this.
I would have. It depends. So that's like the gray area of.
So close, I wouldn't know which one.
Yeah, it's a gray area because it's coming from a middle spot here.
Right.
So, like when the ball's in the middle, this person can go both ways to the team. I can go here or I can go here, right? A lot of times. So the body is where you have to look, right? You want to be in the spot where you know you can get the body punch, but yet if it goes in the middle, you can get the middle. Okay? So I would sit more backhand there. Yeah. Yeah. Come here because if you're neutral, right? Come over and I speed up here. It's your backhand, okay? And then if I try to hold it off and I go here, it'll be your forehand. See? If you slide all the way over there and then I see you do it early, you open up here, your partner can't come all the way over. So when the ball is in like this half of the circle, when you guys are dinking here, you have to think body when you're watching that ball. Body or here, when the ball is coming to me. So if I dink to you middle, I'm looking for this counter, if you speed up, or here. Because most likely, if you try to do something very hard onto this side, it's out. So there's no need for me from this way, unless I see it really, really early, I don't think, to slide this way for that shot. Okay? Now if it's coming here straight ahead, that's different. So now I can slide here because there's no angle of going out, it's just here. You get what I'm saying? So this angle, yes, I would say here. So if the ball came across, I'm just hitting this. If the ball came middle, I'm hitting this. So middle here, body, yes. Yeah? Like, yeah, that way, right? Yeah, so they'll probably hit this. Right? That's why you don't need to slide that way. See, because you might slide into the ball.
Right, okay.
Well, you wouldn't slide at all in this sense. It would be more, you're staying in your position to cover your body, and then you're actually just unwinding to your forehand. Because that's exactly what you're saying right there. Possibly you could slide into the ball going out.
Most people would hit it out.
If they try to go here at you and you're like, you could possibly get hit, right? So if I was right here and I saw that ball and I dinked the ball like right here, I'm looking for this protection and this.
Oh, really?
Okay? Because like you said, most people, if they go this way, where's it going?
Out.
Out. So why would I try to do that?
Then I do this. I know the people I play with, they're gonna swing it, and then it's gonna be outside. I'm gonna go like that. I know they're gonna hit it out. Oh, it's out.
Well, you want, if you know.
Overswing. I know they're gonna overswing.
Okay. Okay, we'll see if you can guess right every time I speed up there then. Okay, go. Come on, lock in. Good. Lock in. Good. Middle. Good. That's all right. I don't mind that. It's okay. You know why? It's because I actually see you adjusting your stroke to go middle. That's why I don't mind this miss. And that's why you shouldn't mind this miss, okay? Okay, let's go. Good. Good. All right, perfect. Middle. Yes. Middle. Okay, that's all right. Again. Your slide, but again. Yeah. So keep even, right? Right there. So you dink middle, that way.
Wait, but it was weird.
But more like forehand and back way this way. You just want to catch the ball as the ball is coming to you into your body. So you're not trying to do that. Because you might get a couple, but a lot of times you're going to get stuck like this. Right? So I want to be in a position where I can hit this one and here. So if you dink a ball middle, okay? But you didn't see, look where you are right there.
I didn't get back here.
Yes. So you dink a ball middle and you want to stay more level, because if you dink middle, this is still your shot right here. This shot. That's your shot. So if you are over there, how are you going to get that shot? Exactly. You want to be in one step ration of that shot right there. Okay, so you want to be more, after you dink, you want to be more in this area. So, or just kind of more in front of the ball, right? And I don't mean body, just where your paddle is. So if you're punching backhand, yes, that your body is in front of your ball because your paddle is in front of your ball, right? So if you put the middle dink here, where should you kind of be aligning up to that? You don't have to slide too much over, but in that sense right there, right? Because you're kind of right in front of the ball, right? Okay? You're right in front of the ball. Now, as that ball moves over here, what happens? Where do you go? If you dink the ball right here, yeah, you align yourself again wherever your paddle is. So if you're trying to punch it, then you're aligned here. And then if you go there, you can have one step over to get that ball. If it goes here, you align your right on the other side. Thank you. Okay, so that's what I mean about aligning yourself, right? Obviously, if the ball is straight on this line, you're not going to be coming all the way over. It's just wherever that paddle may be is where you're going to be.
The only one I used to be able to beat.
Okay, here we go. Good. Okay, so okay, here we go again. Feet, hit, good. Feet, good. Feet, good. Feet, middle, good. Middle. Middle. But see, that's what's gonna happen when you get caught. See, that's why you're sliding too much over, yes. You're sliding too much over. Yeah, behind the person. It was actually almost better swinging there. Yeah, because I'm here. If you swing here, where am I? Hit that person, this person, or behind? Yeah, I aim at the person all the time. Yeah. Yeah, all the time. Like I'll never do that to you, but in the tournament, like even like this weekend, right here. It's part of the game.
But that's what everybody does. That's what
I mean, it's what I'm saying. It's part of the game and it's legal, right?
Oh yeah, it's legal.
Yeah. So even if you punch it and I'm punching at your body, and you know that's fine. I don't want. Why would I try to avoid you to miss a shot? Right. That's what. You're gonna post this. So you might have to cut this out. That's what Mood does. He's like, I didn't want to hit her, and then he hits it like off the court. And I mean, this is like a tournament. Yeah, because he's so used to like not like doing in rec, which yeah, you don't ever want to do it, you know, like avoid them. But in a game, if you're gonna avoid them and hit it out, you know what I mean? So there's times and places to do that, but if that person is attacking you, there's no reason why to counter and attack back, right? So like you said, if you swing like this and I get hit, I should have been ready. And if you swing like this on that end right here, right, you could possibly go behind me, like right here. So you want to be able to do that, okay? The easiest way to get someone else from attacking you is to shut it down. And shutting it down doesn't mean you have to hit them. It just, if you shut their attacks down, whether it's coming back at them or it's coming at their feet, you will stop getting attacked. I guarantee you. But the people only attack when it's working. Okay? Same thing when you hit dinks so angrily. Once one person does this, that dink is eliminated. Okay? So you have to do things to stop what's happening or else they keep on doing it. Okay? Here we go. That's right. Adjust your dink. Good adjustment. Yeah, very good. Go. Short. Good. It's all right. Short. But see, because look where you are again. Okay? So if you keep on sliding that far over, you leave a lot of space here open between your partner, because yes, you do have a partner, but
As soon as I hit it, I should go back.
But when that ball is right here, I'm coming over. I mean, I still have to watch my angle, right? That's why the middle dink, we should be more neutral to our spot, because it's not as much of a triangle as when we go to a box here where we can kind of see the angles, right? You're in front of the ball. I'm here. I know I got to cover here, you know? When the ball's there, you know you cover here. I cover line. You cover, you know that. But when the ball's in the middle, it groups us more together where it's not as many angles that we have to worry about, right? The angles are only slight now. It's not as harsh. So now we want to be a little bit more neutral and more actually in the middle of the court. Whether you're there.
The partner dinking in the middle.
Yeah, so if I'm doing here, where should you be when I'm dinking here? You shouldn't be over there. Yeah, we should just be more centered in our box, because both of us are kind of doing the dinks here, so we're kind of eliminating the angles. If they hit that same angle shot that they do from this one, here, it's out. If they hit that same angle dink from here, it's out. So we get to constrain the angles as much, and then we're actually consolidating. So now when the dink's here, we should be more centered. So we can protect like if that ball's coming at me here, I'm ready. All right, same as you. The ball is coming here, you're more centered there, where you're just protecting your body and your thing. Because if you slide out this way like you do, try, I can't help you as much when you start sliding that way after your dink. I can't help you over here. Because now they're gonna put the ball somewhere here and you're sliding that way. I can't reach over that much. Okay? So stay a little bit more centered in your box when the ball is being played here. Whether you're dinking it or whether your partner is dinking it, when the ball's here, you don't start spreading out that way. Okay? So when the ball is right there, you should be right there on your backhand. 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 The ball's right here. Where should you counter? Backhand. Where the ball's here, where should you counter? Backhand. There you go. And then if the ball comes middle like it's supposed to do, you should be able to hit forehand. See, that's why you need to be there, because if the ball goes there, all you do is this. Boom, boom. But you're kind of doing this or getting caught here. Huh?
Can you tell me where you're going to hit it before you hit it? That was nice. Backhand,
All right, come on. Good sequence. Last one, here we go. Good. Very good dinks. Come on, concentrate, good. It's right. Middle, good. Middle, good. Middle. Okay. All right, we're gonna go to the next set. Yep.